what about people that are repeatedly victims? Is
Hmm.
there such a thing as a repeat infidelity victim? Some people always get cheated on. Other people manage to sail through completely smooth.
If I'm remembering correctly, in the Kayla Knopp study, people who were cheated on in their last relationship were twice as likely to be cheated on in their next relationship. And some people hear that and they think of it as like, oh, that's just lightning striking the same spot twice. Oh my gosh. But the truth is that lightning does tend to strike the same spots because there are things that affect the probability of where lightning hits. So this isn't victim blaming, but it's possible that someone is very low skilled in mate guarding, let's say. They just don't do that effectively, and so they consistently get cheated on. Or another thing, like we often see that people are attracted to narcissists. We know that narcissism co-varies with infidelity. And so if you're someone who finds, super cocky guys really sexy, well, you're going to pick those guys over and over again. And then you're going to end up you're picking a trait that co-varies with infidelity. And so you become repeatedly victimized to it. Again, not victim blaming, just stating the reality that sometimes people's strategic decisions have an influence. Another possibility, though, is that this is based on self-reports, right? Did you get cheated on in your last relationship? Did you get cheated on in this one? And it's plausible to me that some people are too suspicious and over-report infidelity, or some people are just really good at catching cheaters. Like they've got a skill there. And so, everyone, maybe the rate of getting cheated on is relatively evenly distributed between the two groups, but the group that gets cheated on a lot are constantly catching it. It's plausible to me that, if you're someone like myself, for example, who wouldn't go through their partner's phone, right? I would just feel like that was like a gross thing to do. I can certainly imagine I'm not going to say I've never done it or that there wouldn't be circumstances where I could, but just that that would be something that I would find very aversive. There would need to be some really legitimate reason. Well, then maybe I'm more vulnerable to infidelity, but I'm also just more vulnerable to not noticing it. So there is this effect where people who get cheated on in the past are more likely to get cheated on in the future, and people who haven't been cheated on in the past are less likely to be cheated on in the future. So winners keep winning and losers just lose more, right? That seems to be the case. But it could be a detection bias. It could be as you like to say, a skill issue, just not good at
a skill issue, man.
Yeah, not good at detecting it or not good at picking mates but it's an interesting phenomenon. I'd love to do more research into it, but it's not my research. So
that's fascinating. Yeah. It's the consistent themes that you find throughout your life, if they continue to come up, have to have something to do with you.
Maybe it's you.
Yeah. It has to have something to do with you. And maybe it is that you're unbelievably good at detecting. But given that not everybody cheats all the time, maybe it's that you're good at picking cheaters. Maybe that's your skill.
I think the most likely explanation is that you're attracted to traits that co-vary with infidelity. So if someone says to me, why does everyone cheat on me? The first thing that I would ask, in a less callous way, why do you keep dating cheaters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is it that you're predicting?
Yeah, what are you attracted to that's causing this problem? Because if you think narcissistic bad boys are super hot, well, problem solved. Maybe not. And if you're, Sherlock Holmes over here. I've solved it. And vice versa for men. If you're attracted, if you're a man and you're attracted to really dark triad kind of sexy, flirtatious women, maybe maxing out on that. And it could also be a prioritization issue. So let's say you're the sort of guy who puts physical attractiveness above all else. You don't pay attention to personality. It's just who's the hottest girl that likes me. That's who I'm going to date. And then it's like, why do they all cheat on me? It's like, well, maybe you should have, considered shared values.
Well, you weren't selecting for loyalty.
Yeah, you didn't select for loyalty. So bit of a skill issue, but we won't victim blame too much.
This episode is brought to you by Element. Stop having coffee first thing in the morning. Your adenosine system that caffeine acts on isn't even active for the first 90 minutes of the day, but your adrenal system is, and salt acts on your adrenal system. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of sodium, potassium, and magnesium with no sugar, no gluten, no coloring, no artificial ingredients, or any other BS. It plays a critical role in reducing muscle cramps and fatigue while optimizing brain health, regulating appetite, and curbing cravings. The orange flavor in a cold glass of water is literally the best way to start your morning. I've done it every single day for over 3 years now, way before they were a partner on the show, and I love it. Best of all, there is a no BS, no questions asked refund policy, so you can buy absolutely risk-free, and if you do not like it for any reason, they will give you your money back, and you don't even need to return the box. Right now, you can get a free sample pack of all 8 flavors with your first box by going to the link in the description below or heading to drinklmnt.com/modernwisdom. That's drinklmnt.com/modernwisdom. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, you will love the full-length podcast in all its glory, which is available right here. Go on. Press it.